Hello, what's up traders? So today's topic we will teach you about how you enter a trade. Okay, 5 things to consider when you're entering a trade in Forex. So number 1, we will talk to you about scan the market and look for opportunity. So how you enter a trade, you go to your T4 and scan the market, which one possible has an opportunity. So let's say for example I will show to you on my MT4 how to look for an opportunity, right? How to look for which particular trading strategy you are using. So I'm going to share to you on this. So when you can see in my MT4, I'm using currency pair GBP USD, and I'm seeing that there is a bullish candle, bullish market on this particular pair. You know why? It is because of there is an bullish engulfing candle right here. This is portion. So next that you will be using the opportunity is to wait for the market to reverse back and then open up a trade at this level, right? So there is a possibility that the market will reverse back to where it was belong, right? So when you found the opportunity to enter the market, so that is how you scan and how you found which price will you open up the trade, right? So that is how to scan the MT4. Actually, we have so much currency pairs in MT4. You don't worry about what type of currency pairs that you're going to use. So any types of currency that you can use, as long as you will see there's an opportunity. So how to find that opportunity? You must have a strategy first. So the strategy first is what type of strategy when the market you wanted to enter, right? So my strategy I'm using normally for manual trading, I'm using price action strategy. So I'm seeing most of the candlestick patterns that possible that the market I'm going to enter. So next is I am looking also for news. So I also with fundamental and technical analysis. So mainly the news is because the market is moving very fast when there is a news, right? So this is up to you how you define your trading on particular currency pairs, right? Define your entry on every trade that you have. If you need more further trading strategies, we have so much video in this channel that teaching you how to define your enter of the trade, right? So that is how to scan your MT4. There is a market opportunity, whatever currency pairs that you are looking for, right? So second to consider when entering a trade is identify the lot size you want to use on that trade, right? So how you identify the lot size is very simple. Okay, you go back to our MT4 here, right? Let's say you wanted to enter this particular price over here, right? So first you have to determine how much you want to lose instead of how much you want to earn. So that is the concept in trading. You need to identify first how much you want to lose on this particular trading. Let's say you are identify that this particular trade I'm gonna open a buy trade and I will identify how much my possible losses. All right, let's say I will check that this particular entry is about I'm going to put the stop the TP here, and this is my stop loss over here, the lowest one, right? Normally I do like this, so I have times 2 here and then times 1 on my stop loss. Let's say now I'm entering about 78 pips on my stop loss. I'm going to lose about 78 pips. So how much money that I need to check? So to know that, there's a simple calculation. You need to identify first how much the SL you want to put in. Let's say this is 78 pips. If 78 pips, how much is the possible that you're going to lose on your account? Let's say that this particular trade that you have here, maybe you want to put in maybe about 2% from that trade. So let's say you identify that 2% from that trade. Let's say you have about 2% or 1%, is up to you, right? Let's say you have about 10,000 on your account, right? If you have 10,000 on your account or 5,000 on your account, and then you wanted to lose maybe about 2%, okay, let's say that is $100, right? So in $100, that particular possible that you want to lose on $100, so 78 is just good enough for, right? So 0.1 means every pips you want to lose about $1 each. So that is 78. So that means that you will be losing about $78 on this particular trade, right? So means that every pips I'm going to almost lose about $100. So that is 78. So around that value, so I'm losing about $78. So I'll be putting 0.1 if my movement of my MT4, if my broker charged me every pips is $1, so that is 0.1, right? 0.1 of your lot size. So you have to determine first how much you want to lose on that particular trade or opportunity that you going to put in. Where is your stop loss, right? So in trading you must have a stop loss. So make sure that you determine first your stop loss. Okay, how much you want to lose. The moment that you identify how much the stop loss, how many pips, then you calculate that particular pips into your amount value. So how to calculate, I already explained the value on how much you want to lose. Let's say if your broker charge you with every 1 pips is $1, so you need at least 0.1 lot on this particular trade. Another way to do that is you can divide by 0.1. You can put it 0.05 to entry at a time on this particular trade. The moment that you are already earning, you can close one of it. All right. So this is how to trade and how you enter your lot size. Right? Number 3 is identify your TP or your SL. So what is your TP? So that is your take profit, and the SL means that is your stop loss. Okay, how to do that? Okay, let's say you are here. So now you identify, you see that the market is keep going up back, right? Now you identify your TP, so you need to know where is your TP. So normally I put the TP where it was the first based on my time frame. Let's say I'm using my time frame about 1 hour or 4 hours. So you have to identify where is the support and resistance previously on that particular pair. Let's say I'm using this is my previous highs, this is my resistance at the time, so I can put it that about 161 pips, right? So my stop loss, you have to determine where is the lowest on that particular pairs that you going to trade. So it depends on where is your time frame that you're using, right? So that is how to identify your TP and your stop loss. So number 4 to consider is patience and wait for the market. So a lot of people fail on this particular portion because some people cannot wait and they always see the market. Okay, so the moment that you enter a trade, normally I do is it could be better just enter a trade and forget it. So you have done your analysis wisely, and then you follow your trading style and you follow your what is your strategy. So the moment that you enter a trade, don't open up again your MT4 or don't look at the market back again the moment that you have done that, because the moment that you going back and check your MT4 or your trade, tendency that you have changing your stop loss, you are changing your you want to add in more trade, because people is tendency of having this particular attitude of aggressiveness or greediness. Okay, the moment that since the market is moving very good for him, he didn't think about reversals, right? So it's good thing that the moment that you enter a trade, forget that trade after that. Close the computer, close your handphone, close the MT4, and wait for maybe about next day what's the outcome of that trade. So that is the best thing, because the moment that you keep seeing your MT4 or your trade, tendency that you will be changing your SL, you want to open another new trade and too much excited, right? So be sure to have a patience on that that trade and wait for the market, where is the market goes. All right. So number 5 is evaluate results. So the moment what is the outcome on that trade that you have done, you must have an evaluation of that particular trade, either it is win or loss. Let's say if that is loss trade, so try to go back and check the market why I was losing. It's just because of there is a news after you enter the trade, you didn't check back you didn't see your news at the time that you were when you enter. So possible that there is a sudden news on that particular pairs that you are using. All right, so there's a lot of or the market is reversed is because of it follows back to the trend. So you can learn from your failures the time that after the trade, right? Because you will realize after that, oh, the moment that I suppose I have to check that previously before I enter the trade. So that is where to evaluate your entry, where to evaluate your trading after it fails, right? So what if it hits your TP, right? So the moment that it hits your TP, you still need to evaluate. It's because of sometimes people will just forget it and then just too much excited. So it's good to have evaluation back again. Why your entry is doing very good and it is favored to you is because of your analysis. Your analysis initially is because maybe on that. So you need to check back that also, because the moment that you are on success on that trading, you can use that strategy back again in the next opportunity that you're going to trade again, right? So that is how we must have an evaluation on each trade that you are entering. Either it is hit your stop loss or it is hit your TP. Alright, so that is our tutorial for today on this topic, how you enter a trade in Forex market. So thanks a lot, and please make sure to subscribe this channel and share this to others if you feel that you learn in this tutorial. Alright, thanks a lot. I'm Dong Ragudo again. Thanks.